Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Ann, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And let's take a look at your situation. You say, my name is Ann, I am a foreign exchange student. These are the comments you made in my website. You say, from Vietnam, I'm living in Syracuse, Utah for 10 months. Yesterday, my dad found your videos on YouTube and also your website with all the information about TOEFL IBT, and he's really impressed. So, he wants me to join your online classes in hopes that I can improve my English and also get a better score. Yes, you can. Of course you can. You say the last time and also the first time I took the TOEFL IBT test was on June 27th, and I got 74, which is not very good. I got 15 points in the reading, 17 points in the listening, 20 points in the speaking, and 22 points in the writing. So this is what you've already done, right? Now you also say, my goal is that this December when I take the TOEFL test in Salt Lake City, I can get over 95. So by getting over 95 in the TOEFL test, I can apply directly into the good university with a scholarship, which is better for me because I don't have to go to the community college and then transfer into the university. I understand that. So you want to go from 74 to 95. So we have basically 21 points, am I right? So what do you do? Now, first thing, get some notes. Get ready to write down what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a suggested plan that can help you reach your goals. It's not going to be easy. You don't have a lot of time here. And the thing is, to go from 21 points starting November, December, probably not very likely. You're probably looking at a minimum of maybe 3 to 5 months, I think, before you can reach this goal. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a plan right now. You want to work really, really hard. And my suggestion is, after about 2 months, before you take the TOEFL exam in December, maybe 1 or 2 weeks before, take a full-length IBT practice test so you can see where your score is. Then you can make a decision about whether or not you are ready to take the official exam and spend that $200. So if you take the practice test in December and your score is, let's say, 88 or 90, then you're probably not ready yet, right? Now, if your score is between 95 and 100, I would say go for it on that practice test. All right, so here's what you want. Number one, start reading every day. This is very important. You want to read newspapers, magazines, and longer books. Number two, get in the habit of practicing listening every day. You can listen to news, documentary, history, and especially science programs. Now, as you're doing the reading and the listening practice, Anne, you want to get in the habit of note-taking. That means, yes, when you're listening to a lecture or you're reading a passage, you should be writing down the information on some paper. Focus on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. Now, using your notes, you need to get used to using your notes to either write or speak about the information that you're practicing. So first of all, in terms of writing, I want you to write 3 250-word academic summaries each week based on some of those reading and listening passages that you're practicing. Now, second, you should also be speaking about this information, so I recommend that you do maybe 3 academic summaries, oral summaries. Each summary should be about 60 seconds long, and again, you're using your notes and you're focusing on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. So those are my recommendations right now. So you're doing the note-taking, you're doing the writing, and then you're doing the speaking practice, right? That's it. Now, my next suggestion is start going through the lessons in my online study guide. Now, I'm going to put a link to my 90-day TOEFL study guide for you, which will give you a lot of practice. Now, remember that my study guide is simply a suggestion of different kinds of vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking lessons that you can work on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you don't want to use my study guide, once you become one of my students, you'll have complete unlimited access to all 700 of my lessons. Nevertheless, I'll still give you the link to the 90-day study guide if you want to follow it. All right, see what I'm saying? Now what do? 60% of your time right now, you should be doing the reading, listening, note-taking, writing, and speaking practice I just outlined. The first part of my plan has nothing to do with a TOEFL book. It has nothing to do with my online course, but it has everything to do with your improving your academic English language abilities. My recommendation is 2 hours. Spend about 2 hours doing the reading, listening, note-taking, writing, and speaking practice I already suggested. Now, in addition to that, spend maybe 1 to 1.5 hours going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. It's going to be hard work. The question is, are you serious? Do you really, if you want to really improve your score, you have to take the matters into your own hands? You see what I'm saying? Now remember, once you join my course, I will give you a username and a password. And remember that my course is not going to break your budget. You hear that, Dad? It will not break your budget. And guess what? I will also read and listen to your writing and speaking practice sets that you submit and even give you feedback. I'll even give you a score. In the case of the speaking, I will give you some audio comments which will help you with your speaking ability so you can get better there. You see what I'm saying? Now, the main thing is you really need to work hard on the reading part. This is partly, and the listening. This is why I recommended these first 5 steps of my study guide for you, because you really need to bring up the reading and the listening. And if you practice, you will be able to do this. Okay, Ann? Anyway, thank you very much, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.